Well, this is episode 2 of Barb's Star Wars? I don't know what you were gonna call it. Episode 2, the Phantom Accusations. So, one big section that the interview dealt with are certain questions or accusations people had. Now, remember, these are people very hostile to Aaron, so of course it's gonna be framed with some bias. Not defending Aaron, I'm just saying the questions were a little skewed. So, of course, one of the people asking these questions was Nora, oh Nora. And again, I don't really have much of connection to the cultology people. I will just push back on one thing, which got me really upset. Where in the midst of their back and forth with Barb, they were saying, I'm very mixed on Mike Render. He did evil and he did the good. Now you might think, right? Because this is what Barb's perspective on Aaron is. Oh, he's done bad things, but he's done good things. Right. You might think, hey, isn't that Nora? And the woman saying this just fell silent. And I'm like, really? Really? We can't say Nora did any bad things? That's not allowed anymore? Wow. So, yeah, it has a bit of an echo chamber feeling with Nora. She's just a special guest on the program. Why? How? I don't know. She's just Nora. So, anyway, so let's get to the big accusation which Nora had. Is Aaron a racist? Is Aaron homophobic? Well, Barb did confirm he said something explicitly homophobic to her once, and she cursed him out on that. And apparently, with her at least, Aaron continued to be what he was, of course, but he didn't. He didn't try to pull that on her anymore. So I don't know what you make of that. I think we've seen Aaron's behavior over a period of time. Now, again, it could just be a performance. He just likes being racist or homophobic in public to sort of poke the bear to get attention. It is a YouTuber thing. People will just say outrageous things that they don't really care about or even believe in, just to keep things going. So it just could be a YouTuber tick, which is not good, but it does happen with a lot of big YouTubers. They want to say outrageous things to keep attention. So here we are. But her own perspective is she can only confirm that one instance. Insofar as he does these things, he doesn't seem to care. So is he a racist or homophobe? I guess you have to say yes, but he's a moderate racist homophobe. And there we go. So Barb is only confirming one instance, and that's it. But I wonder why Nora asked the question. I guess she wants something to frame Aaron with. And to put it mildly, almost all her questions were trying to frame something on Aaron. And it was pretty obvious like what she was trying to get at. She even pushed back on Barb, saying, well, why do you still consider him a friend? And Barb clarified, saying, well, we haven't spoken, so I don't know if we still are friends. But again, remember, Barb left Aaron, right? It's not like Aaron was keeping her in a cage and Barb had to escape. Barb saw the Jenna video. That was it for her, saying, this is way too much. This is over the line. And she resigned. And that is it. Where they are now, presumably the friendship is over. But again, we don't really know. But she says, he hasn't talked to me or communicated with me. And there we are. So she quit. And apparently the relationship is over. But now, how are we going to deal with the Nora Aaron, I guess I'm going to say mini civil war? And again, how much of this is real? I have my doubts. I think at the end of the day, Nora will eventually negotiate with Aaron a kind of a truce position, which she's not going to keep because she did that video saying this is the final episode on Aaron. And right next to the next video, of course, she's responding to Aaron. Now, to be fair, it's because of Jenna's posts, which are very controversial. Not to me, but to some people. So anyway, Nora got very, very angry and decided to talk about her again and him again. So I don't think we can really believe her that it's over or that, guys, I'm not trying to be the anti-Aaron video channel. No, no, no. My Nora identity flows much bigger. Well, that's true. I mean, the hate propaganda isn't just about Aaron. I mean, Scoville got beaten up pretty well. So I'm guessing Nora's going to start, try to create content with Scoville. Or against Scoville, to be more precise. Is she going to acknowledge at least what Barb did in Knife Hoarder or Goot or other people that were calling out Scoville for a while, or even me? No, I don't think she's going to do that. But she did confirm in the chat saying, so many things now make sense to me. I cannot believe this Scoville. He's a grifter. I cannot believe this. This is astonishing. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this at all. Right. Even though she has checked out the Reddit, and there are tons and tons of Reddit posts just on Scoville, not her, but not even out of curiosity. She hasn't looked at those. Right. Because Nora would never do that. Mm hmm. Mm hmm. Again, I am not defending Scoville at all, but I think we know where we're going to go in the next phase of this crisis is that they need a scapegoat because at this point, most of them look really bad. The vast majority of them look like grifters and liars because they are grifters and liars. So that's not going to work for their image. So they need something to focus on and distract people with. And hey, I'm not defending them, but I'm guessing they're going to start slowly and then much more start attacking Scoville and wondering, what are you doing? You're a thief and predator in our communities. I, Nora, have a responsibility to protect all the women's, not just the SPTV women, but all women's, guys. I have always been protecting women's for years and years and yada, 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 yada. So, again, I can't really defend the guy, but, and I don't even feel sorry for him, but I'm guessing, like, yeah, it's going to be a very manufactured campaign in the next couple months, if not the whole year, where wow, Scoville is getting beaten up quite a lot in SPTV land. I wonder why. Again, that really wasn't Barb's intention to really cancel him. I think the point was just to clarify where things are. But she does make clear, yes, grifter, yes, liar, yes. He is not who he says he is. Is he an addict? She sure thinks he is. So it's not even really a recovery channel. So no, stop giving money, stop supporting, look away, go away. She even feels a little sorry for the guy. She's like, he just acts like a tough guy all the time, but he's just getting himself way in over his head. And he has been spreading quite a lot of lies, and he's going to get a lot of pushback real soon. So there we are. Well, it's overdue, right? He's not a nice guy. That said, uh, do I think he deserves Nora's moronic ranting? I don't know. I don't know. Nora's just not very good at analyzing beyond the basics. Like she will get the basics right. Like, yes, is Aaron a abusive piece of garbage? I think that's a fair judgment because that's what we've seen of him. But he does have his good points, and Barb did point that out that he is very good with interviews. And I would have to agree. Probably his strongest part of the content is some of the better interviews. I don't think he's like this great interviewer either. Barb is like, wow, he's fantastic. Aaron, just stay in the studio, just pump out those interviews. I mean, I've tried some of the newer interviews. They just seem like fine. Again, when you shatter the illusion that he really cares about people, it's kind of hard to listen to him because it just feels like a very, very phony, drawn up performance. One part was just laughable. They were talking about Tom Cruise, and they're like, Scientology is scared of me. Right. Right. Now, we've seen when the church is really in danger, like when they really feel that they're in danger. They don't play around. They will destroy you. They will do everything. They will spend tens of millions of dollars. Do I think they're really spending $100 million of a psychological war operation against Aaron? No, he's delusional. I'm sure they think he's annoying, but like a existential threat, no, no. Aaron's just saying that to try to convince his own audience that he's important. But believe me, if he disappears tomorrow, nope, the church is not going to be, wow, whew, thank God. We were close to dying, but Aaron's gone now. We're safe. No, no, there's plenty of lawsuits. Unfortunately, some of the lawsuits have an Aaron connection, but a lot of them do not. So, no, the world is going to move on without him. But of course, Aaron doesn't want that to happen. So he's going to pretend, you guys need me. You need me now more than ever. Now more than ever, my interviews will stop the church. Well, that's a debatable proposition. But Barb was very generous to Aaron. I think a little too generous. So, ironically, even though the revelations overall will make him look really bad, she was pretty generous to him. So, you can't say these are hate videos. They were actually fairly balanced with Aaron. Now, with Scoville, it is almost 90% negative. She's like, yeah, he's a liar, grifter, and just a criminal, just isn't changing. But she sort of pities him, and that's where we are. What Nora will do next, I'm guessing she's going to find out somehow that Scoville's a patriarchal, racist Trump guy, which apparently he is, and she's going to focus on that aspect because, she goes for very low blows, and that's just who she is. But I can't say I want to protect or defend the guy. I mean, does Scoville deserve Nora? No. But then we don't deserve Nora either. But we're stuck with her. And that's where we are.